Greetings, I'm Demonac, and it's Hearthstone time.
Alright, people really like that last Tavern Brawl because it can lead to some very interesting varieties. So I'll do some more. Now, this is a later day, so the format has devolved to the point that most of the decks are pretty optimal. And so I liked trying out a lot of different, concepts. Most of mine were not super awesome against, the actual deadly ones. But I like this. I copied this from someone, not because I think it's the best deck ever, but Target Dummy and Bolster. I think this deck might do reasonably well against some of the decks which should just be completely dominant. Because I've seen a couple of decks that are incredibly, insanely hard to stop. I don't know that this will actually work against them, but it will make it almost put up a fight instead of just dying second or third turn.
Garrosh versus Anduin.
Priest haven't seen too much. I was playing Priest a while, and it was beating a lot of the averagey sort of decks. With Mind Blast, and I saw somebody using Mind Blast and something. I don't remember what it was, what their other card was. And I was like, no. Mind Blast Doomsayer. Mind Blast Doomsayer will defeat a lot of good but not great decks in this format. A lot of the mid-range decks where a person just thinks of two cards that seem to go together and they that seems cool, like basically what I was doing. The Doomsayer will crush a lot of those, and the Mind Blast will kill them fast enough that you actually beat some of the other direct damage-based decks as well. Or at least you have a good chance against them. Or this guy may never take an action ever. The hell. But, yeah. The problem is, against the incredibly, really ultra-sick decks you can run into, that Doomsayer, not even enough. Running into combos where I'd, throw out two Doomsayers and just get killed. Now, I didn't bolster these guys right away. Mostly I just don't want my opponent to see what's coming. Even though, when I ran into my opponent who played this deck, he played these guys, and I was like, oh, that's what you're going to do. You're going to bolster them. Power Word Glory? Really? That's going to be interesting. I can remember. Craziness. Well, those... I guess I'll attack with one of them first, because my opponent's at full health. So he heals for nothing. But then only the non-glory one can attack now that he's below that. So I have to bolster them faster than he can glory... I gotta have out more of these guys. Because he can start stacking multiple of those on there. It's gonna be ridiculous. And it's gonna be hard to race the Mind Blasts. Okay. That's gonna slow my roll a lot. Now, it's worth attacking because my guys actually, with only one glory each, they actually do inflict damage past the healing, but not much. Thing is, my opponent has no way to kill minions. So, if I keep drawing bolsters, my army will get gargantuan fast. On the other hand, if he keeps dropping Power Word Glories on them, he's got to race my bolster, so I have to have out enough of these guys that my bolster... That's why I chose this deck. I saw this deck and I was like, this one has a way to grind... the taunt should help it survive some of the incredibly sick, early turn kill decks. They each only have one, right? And this guy can attack that makes a difference, so whatever. I really need to draw a bolster next turn. Yeah, he's... I like... This is... God damn it, that is not a bolster. You. Live another turn, buddy. So I wonder... See, this makes me think, oh, I would want to play with the Power Word Glory and Holy Champion, which would be hilarious, but I don't think it would actually win. I think the Holy Champion would be too slow. Too many decks would have a way of killing it, or otherwise dealing with it and stuff. It's gonna work out. Just get a bolster and you're dead meat. You're already almost dead. God damn it. That is so annoying. Healing goes off first, so like I can hit him with this, but it doesn't. It's neutral.
Job done.
But yeah, you lose. That was very few bolsters that I got. That was very annoying. Look at this 50-50 split. Are you surrendering? You're probably surrendering. No, I guess you get to live another turn if I don't bolster, but... Oh, look at that. And pretend I don't have it. Because I've got a full board, right? I guess I couldn't play another guy. That would have been over a lot sooner if I'd gotten another bolster faster. But so that was fun. His deck interesting. I don't know how that would work. I don't think that his strategy would stop the really bad combo decks, though. It's going to be really interesting to see if we run into one of the like. There's a hunter deck that I see all the time, and there's of course the druid. We've seen before, the druid innervate yourself Isharj, and then he duplicates himself from the deck, and then he duplicates, and then they each duplicate themselves from the deck, and you're super dead because his board fills up with 10/10s in no time. Okay, this is going to be interesting if he's playing the, yeah, because I'm going to call it. I don't know what I want to prioritize in the hand. I guess this is probably a good mix. It's not. Yeah, it's going to be really tough though. I wish I had the coin. I think I'm just going to lose. Because I'm betting he's going to go mech warpers, and you'll see the other thing, the hunter mech. What's it, Tiger? So he's not. He didn't coin them out. He probably didn't have enough to have critical mass and be completely lethal yet. Understandable. It would have been better if I could have drawn another one of these guys, used the one bolster in my hand, and then drawn a bolster next turn. Oh look, Mech Warper. 2 Mech Warpers. Now Mech Warpers are 3. 3 Mech Warpers. Now Tigers are free. 4 Mech Warpers. That is not your ideal hand, but it's still good enough. Even with the 4 Mech Warper 2 Metal Tooth, that would still be death. So we have to see. I don't think I can actually win this, but at least I'm making it way more interesting than usual. Okay. Now, each turn he's going to either get a Mech Warper, which is crap for him now, or he'll get a Metal Tooth Leaper, which will give +2 attack to every guy he has. So his guys could all... I've got to kill the 2 that I can kill, I think. Like, kill that one before it gets any bigger. Kill that one before it gets any bigger. Because I can't race him down. So if he draws a Mech Warper now, I have a chance. If he draws a Mech Warper... But I'm going to run into the problem I don't have enough cards now. Because if he kills... He just kills all my guys, then I can only do 1 per turn. Yeah, it's not going to work out. He did have the Leaper. I guess he didn't need it first. Okay. I'm pretty screwed, though, now, because now I have to just save up cards in my hand. Right? Neither of my cards is useful without the other, so I am going to lose. But, this, believe me, this was actually way more interesting than the usual match against this deck, because usually his deck will kill you turn 2 or turn 3. The turn after he goes off, plays his entire hand. But yeah, I can't do it. I don't have enough health to survive that. I could have played these guys, but then that's just delaying the inevitable because I wouldn't have anything to buff, so I lose. Interesting. I wanted to kind of see what would happen there. I don't know if there's a way this can... I think that it's possible for my deck to defeat that, but it's super unlikely. It would require him to have a freakishly bad draw, I think. Just not get the Mech Warpers mostly. I'm going to try another one with this. Hopefully not get the Hunter deck again, because I think the same thing will happen again, basically. And there's a lot of that hunter out there. That deck is incredibly strong. I wonder if that deck probably beats the Isharj charge, which is nuts. Innervate Isharj first turn. We have a mage. Mages do all kinds of different things. I mean, it could be the dreaded Ice Block, Torch, or Fireball, which would be pretty annoying because the game would take for goddamn ever. But we will see. I maybe should have pitched the bolster in favor of getting more of these guys to start out with. I think that may be the strat. Mana Worm. Really? That might work against me. That would not work against good decks. Mana Worm, Arcane Missiles. Yeah, that's going to be really strong against my crappy deck. I'm going to lose this one. That would not work against the actual, like, dangerous ones. Whoops, I forgot to attack. I forgot this guy could attack. He wasn't showing the attack glow because I hadn't buffed him yet. It's like, oops. Now, this one is over because this deck is not actually optimal. Wow. It's far from great. At this point, she can actually just shoot my thing. Guarantee the win. Yeah. I mean, she's still gonna win anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Even if that happens. Wow. It would have been hilarious if they had both completely missed. But yeah, my deck can't actually come back from that, sadly. If I draw another one, I can make 1/4/6. He just dies to her bigger guy, so... Yeah, we're gonna call this one. Yeah, just I'm not interested in trying to play the actual best decks. I'll just play another one that is strong, but can definitely lose. And I'm pretty sure it just get. I'm not sure if this one can deal with the hunter. I don't think it has any chance against Isharj, so that's probably what I'll run into. But it's the dreaded Soulfire Fist. You can see the synergy pretty much right away. Soulfire makes you discard things, hopefully not other Soulfires. Fist fists things. It's inappropriately effective. But Isharj is so big, I don't think this deck can put together the damage reliably to kill Isharj before there are 2 and then 4 and then you'll never get your thing back. So Rogue, there's a good chance that she's playing Mech Warper Iron Sensei, which I should have a chance against. I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna want to draw more Soulfires later, but for first turn, the less Soulfires the better, because if they discard each other is lame. I'm gonna do this? Yeah. So that adds up fast, but I can run out of cards. But I'm a Warlock, so I can get the cards back, so it's actually pretty sick. If my opponent doesn't have a first turn kill when it's operating. I gotta probably save these in my hand, though. Just, like, draw a card next turn instead. If I don't see what she's doing. Because if she's got the mechs, I have to be able to blow up the mechs and then hope that the fists do something or whatever. I have to keep the senseis dead, if that's where it is. Good. All fists. Many, many fists. So, what you doing over there, ThinkBot? You've already seen both my cards. You know what's going to happen. You're going to have to try your best. Okay. Let me get second one. Third one. Learn how many senseis versus how many mech warpers. 2 senseis? You went with Demolisher instead of Sensei? Ah, your deck is wrong. It is actually incorrect. You have failed. Oh, you have failed. I do have to start blowing up her guys, but because they're not growing, it's actually quite doable. That is ridiculous. She missed the boat. Maybe she doesn't have senseis. I don't know. I'm going to take a lot of damage. Maybe I'll still lose. I don't know, but she's doing it wrong. It would be much more threatening with the senseis. Yeah, these are free, but they're not even fixed. I wish I had another Soulfire last turn. If I get a Soulfire, then I discard a Soulfire. It's going to be really sad. Okay. Maybe I should have been just hitting her directly and not trying to kill these guys. There's a lot of guys. Okay, I've gotten so few Soulfires, I'm actually going to lose. That is sad. Apparently I should have been just Soulfiring her, though. She could be at 10, and I would have a chance to win, but no. This cluster has been terrible. I've drawn so many extra cards, and I've only had, what, 3 Soulfires? Lame. I think that was a terrible draw. Anyway, so her deck is obviously effective, but this isn't like the greatest deck I've found. Like when I beat this, I ran into someone who was playing this and I crushed it with my Doomsayer Priest. Even though this deck has no minions to kill with the Doomsayers, because the fist is random, the Doomsayer actually gets in the way and it takes 2 spells to kill him. So unless it misses him, in which case he just dies on his own. But yeah, try one more with that. These games are pretty fast. I am interested to see. It means I probably, if I lost to that though, that is so much less optimal than the pouncing Jaguar or whatever crap. That
Uldan versus Anduin.
Oh, what is he using to go with his Mind Blast?
Your soul shall be mine.
I know I was short of Soulfires last game, and I think I've still got to pitch the Soulfire, because I don't want to be discarding them to each other. I could have just got another one anyway. Probably just be burning his face directly. Fist, 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 fist. Ancient Waters. Those take more than one of my spells to kill, so that could be rough. Silence is your... Oh, it's not as optimal. I don't know. I guess with Owl would have been okay before, because Owl got nerfed, is maybe not as excited. Plus the silence gives you a faster start, but like, seriously, dude. Hey look, I drew a Soulfire. Wow, Fist keeps hitting him directly, I can win next turn. I've been lucky so far that they've been missing him, because it's going to take 2 fists to get him. Oh yeah, I'm not going to win next turn because of that. But that took a lot of your time. You know what, I'm going to save that. Probably regret it, because he's going to play like 2 more of those guys, and then I'm unlikely to hit him with the random, but... I don't know. Could get interesting. Again, I'm trying to pick decks that are not instant ultra death win, but interesting. Now let's see what happens. This random... Wow. My fist was right directly on target. That game should have been much more challenging than it was. I've got Win 5 Tavern Brawls. I should do one more. Do I really want to do this deck again, though? No. What other one did I do that was interesting? I don't know. Yeah, let's try... Oops. This is really not optimal, I'm sure. But, Darkshire... The problem is I don't like decks that don't have a chance if they run into one of the crazy fast, like, destroy you everything ones. And hardly anything does. So I want to go with him... I mean, it's pretty much just Dark Peddler. I could go with the Tentacles, which would seem super strong, but actually these guys, just playing more, since most of your minions are this guy, you do okay with that. More like me. Does damage. You know what? I'll do this and stupid elf. Stupid elf of badness, because why not? This is like not a good deck. But it's one that should be fun, unless I just run into one of the actual absolute killer decks, in which case I lose. And mostly I will lose. But yeah, Innervate Isarge is one of the top ones. Innervate and some other really powerful legend would probably be fine, but Isarge is probably the optimal one for that, because he snowballs so quickly to the point that no one can take him out. Sure, we'll keep this, whatever. Ice Block Torch or Ice Block Fireball would be pretty lame. This deck might be more interesting against the Arcane Missile than that other one, though. Because those taunt bots, they do run out of steam.
One shot, one.
Probably shouldn't waste her like that, but I kind of want to see what's going on. And if it was a Mana Worm, then I could shoot them, although it wouldn't be. Okay, opponent is going a little bit slower. It's probably Ice Block Fireballs, in which case I'm doomed. Not even worried about this, for some reason.
I'll give it a shot.
You are thinking a lot. I'm not sure with what. Are you just going like Salamander Arcane? Salamander Frostbolt would be pretty strong. But, you went Ice. See, that's one of the first things I thought of, and I discounted it. There seem to be flaws with this strategy. But, I don't know, maybe it'll work for you.
I'll give it a shot.
You can pump out a horrendous amount of damage, and my drawing cards won't work. My snowballiness actually probably won't work at this point because I'm not drawing enough of these guys. I'm drawing way too heavy on the crap archers. So on the other hand, I can play a whole lot of crap archers. So I'm going to die very fast at this rate, although she can run out of cards too, right? I think the thing to do is still play this guy first.
One shot, one kill.
I guess my handful of archers means this is going to snowball pretty fast next turn. And the advantage to choosing the stupid archer, of all things, is they can shoot each other to make more space on the board. Eh? Yeah. You thought it was a totally random dumb choice. That's the thing, if the tentacles would just fill up the board, they're not actually good when you only have 2 cards. The flexibility isn't as important. That was a lot of damage. But maybe you should have been stopping these guys. I know you're worried about running out of cards, but okay. Do I have lethal? Playing him. I think it's pointless at this point. I think the thing to do is just.
One shot, one kill. I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a shot. One shot, one kill.
Okay. Now I'll play this. Oh yeah! Making it look like I know what I'm doing. Is it the direct damage decks versus some of the other gimmicky sort of things are pretty interesting and can be fun matchups. The problem is there are the Asharj deck and the Mech Warper decks tend to be so strong that anything remotely fun has no chance against them, and most of the things that seem like they would have a chance against them either don't, or would fail against everything else. So, I don't know. I'm pretty happy with that run, though. There was a lot of variety there. I'm going to call it quits while I'm ahead and also while I completed all my quests. So that was this Tavern Brawl. It is a fun one, but it's one of those ones where the longer it goes on, the less fun it is because more people will just find the optimal decks. So what would be really, really interesting is if Blizzard ran a Tavern Brawl that was like this. It can't be the exact same one because people will figure it out. But if at the end of every day, if they ran their stats thing and banned the 2 or 3 most effective decks, or just have a person look through and look at which decks have the most ridiculous win rate, ban those, so that every day it was a new it'd be like a different pair of cards. That would be pretty interesting. Or even if you just said that, like, each player, whatever deck they, like, won with a bunch, they would lose those cards the next day and have to make new ones. That would be an amazing Tavern Brawl that could easily last a whole week or longer. It'd be really cool. But, yeah, that would be a pretty impressive feat of thinking it through and programming stuff. For now, this was a lot of fun while it lasted. We'll see what they come up with next week.
Please click the like button before it clicks you. And check out Tales from My D&D Campaign on youtube.com/Demonac.